Today, high of 90. Cloudy tonight, low 70. 50% chance for showers tomorrow, high 82. Scattered showers 80 on Thursday. For Friday, partly cloudy, high of 80. And for Saturday, chance for showers with a high of 80. Overnight low 69. Yesterday's high was 89. Currently, humidity at 82%. Winds from the south at 6 miles an hour. Pressure at 29.81. And right now, sunshine and 75 here at the WFIW studios east of Fairfield.
It's awfully good to have you back.
Well, thanks.
Took a day off.
Yep.
Do anything important?
Not really.
Sometimes you just need to take a day off.
Recovered from Sunday. That's right.
Well, we might have to backtrack and find out about Sunday.
No.
Sheldon Bunny here, Sheldon.
And Friday. Recovering from Friday and Sunday.
Oh well, I know about Friday. I need a report on that. By the way,
I hurt in places that I didn't remember I could hurt in.
Just playing golf.
I hadn't swung the clubs for a while.
Yeah, well, I had a lot of practice. Of course, I didn't use it. Sheldon Bunny here. Sheldon, thanks for being here.
Not a problem. Thanks for having me, guys.
So, I got an. How did we do in the golf tournament?
We were 7 under.
7 under.
Yeah.
For 18 holes.
Yeah, for 18.
Did you have any bogeys?
No.
So all pars and 7 birdies.
All pars and birds. Yep.
Well, that's not bad. No. Who won? How much did they win by? How bad did you get beat?
Well,
that's what I want to know.
At least 10 strokes.
Whew. Somebody was 17 under?
There were some pretty stacked teams in that outing.
Wow. Wow.
What was the winning total, Tom?
It was like 1,700.
1,700. That's what I thought. Okay, yeah.
I think usually I'm only picked to kind of raise the handicap. That's I'm the opposite of a ringer. I'm a handicapper, I guess.
That's what you normally have. You're trying to get a good female golfer, so she can hit from the female tees.
Right.
And then you normally ride her drive.
Mm-hmm.
But you guys, you were testosterone soaked. You got.
Well, we had a good time.
No, that's important. And so you say you were sore the next day, meaning the swinging created a problem for you in the back area.
It didn't create a problem. I was just not used to swinging because I hadn't played. This is the first time I had been out this year.
You haven't been swinging in a while, huh?
Nope, haven't been swinging in a while. Nor have I been swinging in a while. So,
well, yesterday I went out to the service at Maple Hill. Got done there. What a great job they did. About 20 minutes, a big crowd. Doug Amen can play that trumpet. Did taps. Always an emotional moment. The 21 gun salute. Amy Doty was wonderful in her speech. So I enjoyed going by there. Then I had a half day to be able to do work. I didn't do what you did. I didn't sit at home and think about my back.
I did get a chance yesterday to watch a pretty good documentary on Robert Johnson, the great blues guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like Devil at the Crossroads with the title of it.
I might have to see that.
It's on Netflix. Really good.
I got this morning. I just find this remarkable. Think about this just for a moment and try to explain it to me. Last Friday afternoon, going into the Memorial Day weekend, our website, WFIWradio.com, was averaging 50 page views every minute.
Well, they were waiting on updates from the golf outing.
You think that's what it was? That works out to over 2 million page views a month if we kept that total up every minute.
That's impressive. That's pretty cool.
What was going on Friday that drove? I mean, I'm not saying that this is not, that we don't have a lot of people coming onto our website. Was it the Grayville story of the kid that
Thursday, wasn't it? They found
I think
it
you're
Friday
right.
morning. So
I have no idea what drove this. But this is an all-time record for us.
Yeah.
Off the charts. So I'm trying to figure out why. Except for that clearly people want to read some of the things on our webpage.
Yeah.
Well, Sheldon, I've got in my hand, my pork burger stained hand, the bucket of bunk.
Let's have it.
Should we dive in?
With both feet.
Okay. Be prepared to be sore tomorrow.
Okay.
Okay. Birthdays today. Jim Thorpe died in 1953. He was born on this date in 1888. He died at the age of 65. Somebody who was a great athlete died at 65. What's that say about my life expectancy?
Exercise is bad for you.
That's what it says to me, Sheldon. 1912 pentathlon and decathlon gold medal winner, but because he had previously played in semi-pro baseball, those medals were stripped from him. In 1983, or 30 years after his death, they gave the medals back, as if that meant anything at that point.
Well, great
At least
movie.
they did.
Great movie about Jim Thorpe.
Burt
Starred
Lancaster,
Burt
right?
Lancaster, yeah.
I've seen it.
The
It is a good movie.
Jim Thorpe All-American, I think, is the name of it.
I think you're right. He was in the NFL, and he was on the All NFL 1920s team, the All Decade team. Raised as an American Indian, married 3 times, 8 kids. Jim Thorpe. Jerry West is 81 today. Mr. Clutch.
Mm-hmm. Isn't he also the model that they use for the NBA logo? Is that right?
That is correct. It's his image in the NBA logo. He was with the Los Angeles Lakers. He won the NCAA championship with his West Virginia Mountaineers in 1959. Olympic gold medal winner in 1960 for the USA. Number 44, 8-time NBA champ. He has and had an Appalachian accent. One coach said, "Talk English." He suffered physical abuse at the hands of his father, and that made him very shy. 2 wives, 5 sons. Gladys Knight, of course.
With from the Pips.
From the Pips.
Gladys Knight and the Pips.
And the Pips. 74 today. The Empress of Soul.
I think she was also the champion on the Masked Singer, one of those Fox shows this year. I think she was the champion.
You're probably right.
Yeah.
I didn't see that.
I have no clue.
7-time Grammy winner. She had hits in the 60s, 70s, and 80s. Of course, with the Pips.
Mm-hmm.
Number 1 songs include Midnight Train to Georgia. That's What Friends Are For. She also did the theme song for a James Bond film, License to Kill. Interesting. Married 4 times. Married at the age of 16. Husband became a drug addict. Left her and 2 kids. And when she was 20, she divorced him. She had an incredible, extreme gambling problem.
Really?
Dropped $60K in one night. Had to go to Gambling Anonymous.
Yeah, I would think so.
I mean, she was making it too. Because clearly some of these folks that have these hits in the 60s and 70s that just continue on, they roll up the jack. But she lost $60K in one night. Rudy Giuliani. Now, here's an interesting story. Of course, you know who I'm talking about. America's mayor, the mayor of New York. He's
Ran for
75
president,
today.
I think.
He is the president's attorney now. Okay. He's 75 years old. He was first a Democrat, became a Republican in the 1980s, married his second cousin, whom he had known since childhood. Okay.
Paddle faster. I hear banjos.
The marriage was annulled by the Catholic Church. They were both Catholics. Because he convinced the church that he didn't know that was his second cousin.
Did either one of them have an Appalachian accent?
Well, I'm sure they were probably kissing cousins.
Yeah, they were
Clearly.
kissing cousins.
All right, he married a New York TV news personality by the name of Donna Hanover after he divorced his second cousin. There was a big blow-up when she followed him and found him cheating with his press secretary. He was still married to Hanover, City police at that time started providing limo service to yet another woman to be able to get her in and out of the mayor's residence. Okay? So Julie's, I mean,
So
Rudy-
wait a minute. He's married to this
Right.
woman,
Right?
but he's bringing all his mistresses back to the
Yes,
mayor?
yes.
All
Now,
right.
then he has
He-
a press conference.
He's got a pair.
He has a, oh,
That takes some kahunas to do that.
actually, no, I better not say that,
She was probably on assignment or something.
obviously.
Yes.
He had a press conference to announce, as he's having these two affairs, he has a press conference to announce his separation from his wife. Unfortunately, he had not told her.
Well,
Bad form.
Yeah. Well,
Bad form.
that's kind of like ripping the Band-Aid off, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Anyway, he ended up paying that woman, who was his wife, $6.8 million in a divorce settlement.
She came out okay.
She came out fine. So he's been married 3 times, and I can't keep up with him. I don't know what he's doing
Yeah.
now. John Fogerty is 73 today.
Mm-hmm.
Creedence Clearwater Revival, CCR,
Yep.
with his brother, Tom. John was the principal writer, songwriter, the singer. He's in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, went in 1993. CCR died in 1972. It only had a brief run, and
Yes.
he went on a solo career. Do you know about CCR much?
A little.
He became a successful solo. Rolling Stone says he's in the top 100 both as a singer and a guitarist. He's number 40 as a guitarist, and he's number 72 as a singer. Okay, let's go through some of the hits.
How many
Solo-
number
solo-
ones did they have?
Solo hits or group hits?
Well, they're both his
Okay.
because he wrote them and he's the main
yeah.
prime singer.
Probably-
But I mean, so
probably his
when
biggest-
when I see CCR, what do you think in the way of songs? As their all-time, I've got the list of their all-time big ones. There's 4 that were huge.
Proud Mary.
Proud Mary's one.
Yep. Bad Moon Rising.
Matt got it.
Midnight. Bad Mood. Or no. What's that song called? Midnight Special.
That's not one of the top.
No.
That's one of their best ones.
Yes. So there's
I
2.
think it's one of their best ones.
I do too.
Fortunate Son.
That's it.
Yeah.
There's the number 3, and there's one more.
Have you ever seen The Rain? Something like that?
No.
No.
Look at me. Put me in center field.
That was a solo hit, though.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
it's one
he's,
of the 4.
It wasn't okay.
he's
one of the
combining
four.
because they're
Okay.
all
he's,
his.
He's combining. Okay.
Okay.
Because I think brother Tom was the one that was instrumental in forming the band.
Yeah.
Then they couldn't get along.
Didn't he sue?
He had to.
That's right. And now there's a CCR again. In other words, it's not CCR because it's owned
Yeah.
by the 4 of them. But there's another group that goes out without Fogerty. I think it's his brother.
Yeah. Huh.
Excuse me, kind of choked there. Anyway, lives in Redding, California. He's had 2 wives, 6 kids. He was in the Army.
Really? I didn't know that.
He served at Fort Bragg, Fort Knox. He might have been, you might run into him
Well,
in,
you never know. I might have.
and Fort
I
Lee.
think, well, no, it might have been about the same time.
Would have been late 60s. He went in the day before he was drafted to Vietnam.
Yeah, I think we were there. I think my dad was a DI down there at that time.
He probably knew John Fogerty.
Might have.
On this date in 1928, Chrysler Corporation. Here we got Sheldon Bunny right here.
Yeah.
Chrysler Corporation merged with Dodge Brothers Incorporated on this date in 1928, and the rest is history.
That is correct.
And isn't Fiat Chrysler get set to merge with somebody else? I think I heard that over the weekend.
They haven't told Sheldon yet.
Yeah, they haven't.
It can't be true until he signs off.
All right.
1957, National League club owners voted to allow the Brooklyn Dodgers to move to L.A., and the New York Giants could move to San Francisco on this date. How did the Dodgers get their name?
I don't know.
People had to dodge the streetcars to be able to get to the Polo Grounds. That's why they got the name.
Ah, okay.
Music history?
Wasn't it the Polo Ground? Didn't they play at Ebbets Field?
Ebbets Field. I'm
Okay.
sorry. Excuse me. It was the Giants at
Giants were at the Polo
Polo
Ground.
Ground.
Yep.
Music history. Frank Sinatra joined Tommy Dorsey's orchestra in recording This Love of Mine in 1941. Billboard in 1955 reported The Ballad of Davy Crockett was the most popular song in the United States.
Okay.
1976, the Allman Brothers Band broke up after Greg Allman testified against his personal road manager in a drug case. The band reformed in 1978. Here's a big day.
Then they broke up a couple of years later. Reform, broke up, reformed.
That's the way a lot of those bands do.
Yeah.
1983, here's a day in music history. Weird Al Yankovic left his job as a mail clerk.
To record My Bologna or something.
All right, the question of the day. I've got the question of the day, and I've got a great story.
All right.
So let's start with the question of the day. And we did this in honor of Sheldon being here. AAA says 53% of all American families are planning a road trip for this summer. And we asked our listeners, are you? And we've got the data from the poll. Over 100 people voted, okay?
All righty.
Here's the story. This is from our friend John Barnard. I love the way he thinks. So it's been a long day, and John, the truck driver, really wanted to get home. He lives in Washington, D.C. He knew traffic would be bad this time of the evening, but to get home, he wanted to go through this traffic jam. He could see it ahead of him. It was larger than anything he could have anticipated. He was really bewildered, and since he hadn't heard anything yet on the news, he stuck his head out and just kept seeing cars slowing down and then driving off. Nothing was moving. Suddenly, a man knocks on the window, and the guy rolls down his window and asks, "What's going on?" And the guy looking in the window says, "Terrorists have kidnapped the entire U.S. Congress." "Oh my gosh," the guy says.
Yeah.
And they're asking for $100 million in ransom. "Geez Louise," said the guy. "Otherwise, they're going to douse them all in gasoline and set them on fire." "Lord have mercy," John said. "We're going from car to car," the guy says, "to collect donations." "Well, how much is everyone giving?" asked John. "About a gallon." We'll be back after the break.
Here's a real post from a real Chick-fil-A fan. Josh writes,
You had me at candied bacon. Candy emoji, pig emoji.
"We couldn't agree more, Josh. What else do you love about the Smokehouse Barbecue Bacon Sandwich?"
When you can't grill out in the middle of the week, the Smokehouse Barbecue Bacon Sandwich does the trick.
Thanks, Josh. Try one for yourself at your nearest Chick-fil-A. Real Chick-fil-A customers paid for their testimonial.
What am I doing this summer? I'm heading to Family Dollar for huge summer savings so I can have summer-sized fun. This week, get $5 off your $25 purchase with Smart Coupon. Coca-Cola 12 packs are 3 for $10. And Arm & Hammer 24 to 32 count power packs, only 95 cents with your Smart Coupon. Download your Smart Coupons on our app or visit FamilyDollar.com. Whatever you do this summer, do it for less at Family Dollar.
It's here. The Big Deal Store is online and waiting for you to shop and buy gift certificates to local businesses. Go to our station's website, WFIWradio.com, and click on the Big Deals. Here you'll find dozens of gift certificates from places like Gotzi's Restaurant, Patty's Share Magic, Simply Enough Scrubs and Stuff, and Southern Illinois Tile and Carpet Supply. You can shop 24 hours a day and save a ton of money in the process. But you better hurry. You never know how long these deals will last.
All of these people go out of the Tupperware Fresh, collegiate brainwashing emporium, and they go right into government on the public teat, and then they stay there. People like Bernie Sanders, oh, well, he's only ever worked at public jobs. Oh, he wrote for a zine briefly. Is that not the most hipster-rific thing you've ever heard in your life? Yes, I want the old pawpaw guy who's only ever worked in the government. He sounds like the best guy to sit here and determine policy. Tune in to The Dana Show, 7 to 9 p.m., Monday through Friday, right here on WFIW AM 1390 and FM 103.3.
When you think of kids and their needs, think of the Wayne County Shrine Club, because they are. Shriners from Wayne County have raised more than $25,000 over the last 5 years for the Shriners Hospital in St. Louis through their annual onion sale, pork burger and pork chop cookouts, fish fry, the annual Shrine football game between FCHS and Hamilton County, and various other fundraisers. So next time you see a Shriner, think of kids and their needs. They are.
Time Capsule, sponsored today by Save-A-Lot Food Store on West Main, Fairfield.
Hi, this is Bill Stevens with another Time Capsule quiz. Which month and year was it when millions of people watching the O.J. trial saw a week of testimony from his house guest, Brian Cato Kalin?
I don't remember seeing that.
Astronaut Norm Thagard began 3 months on Russia's Mir space station.
It's not bad at all. It's nice and roomy.
Pat Buchanan told us,
I humbly but proudly declare my candidacy for the presidency of the United States.
Baseball players ended their strike, while minor leaguer Michael Jordan came back to the Bulls. At the Oscars, Tom Hanks won Best Actor, his second straight, for Forrest Gump, which also won Best Picture.
You never know what you're going to get.
And the best new music sounded like this.
Hold on, believe in love. I live my life for you, baby, run away, little bitty pretty one.
Okay, when did we first hear all this? The answer and a piece of the top song from the month and year are coming up.
Swing on by the Save-A-Lot and take advantage of these great deals. 20-ounce bottle of assorted Kurt's barbecue sauces, 99 cents. A family pack of boneless sirloin chops, $1.99 a pound. Russet potatoes, 5-pound bag for $1.99. And fresh express garden salad or coleslaw mix, only 99 cents. Prices are all good through Saturday. Good food, good prices, and great people at the Save-A-Lot in Fairfield.
March 1995. I know what you're doing.
Dion Ferris and I Know, the top song of March 1995. This is Bill Stevens for tcapsule.com. Back soon with another Time Capsule.
Time Capsule has been sponsored today by Save-A-Lot Food Store on West Main, Fairfield.
Are you looking for a bank that still offers free checking? Well, look no further. People's National Bank has your free checking needs covered. This is Heidi Atterbury, relationship banker at People's National Bank in Fairfield. You can open your free checking account with just $100. There's no minimum balance, plus receive unlimited check writing, free online and mobile banking, and free bill pay. Stop by 1001 West Delaware in Fairfield to open your free checking account today. People's National Bank, member FDIC.
It's the Chrysler Pacifica Blockbuster Sales Event at Lamont Chrysler in Fairfield. Now through May 31st, get in on amazing offers on the new 19 Chrysler Pacifica. Qualified buyers can take advantage of 0% financing for 60 months, or 3.9% for 72 months, and $3,500 in rebates. It's not either or, you get both, plus a van load of Le Mans savings. Make that summer vacation or road trip more enjoyable in a new Pacifica from Lamont Chrysler, 412 East Main in Fairfield, and LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Good morning.
That's good traveling music.
It is, and we're talking about
road tripping music.
AAA saying that 53% of all American families are planning a road trip this summer. I found these results to be very interesting. Over 100 votes on our poll that was on Facebook yesterday afternoon today. And it's almost split directly down the middle. Actually, 52 of the folks that responded said they will not be taking a road trip this summer. 49 said they would. What do you think has changed that have people doing fewer road trips? Any ideas?
Well, I think people are just
busier.
Yeah.
Sheldon, you proffered during the break that possibly it was kids have way too many summer activities that they can't pull. The parents can't pull them out. Yeah. And I mean, if you got a baseball team that you're on, it's probably started already.
Especially a traveling team, because a lot of these traveling teams, if you're an elite baseball player, you want to go, over towards St. Louis to play on a lot of these teams. So.
No, I found it interesting.
And I think a lot of people, the money thing has a lot to do with it too.
It seems to me though that the road trip. Well, first of all, people don't do 2-week road trips anymore.
No, they
do 3 and 4 day weekend. And then what you're doing is you're taking a circle and you're drawing about a 250, 300 mile radius around Fairfield, right? So what are we talking about? We're talking about Memphis, Nashville,
Louisville,
Chicago,
Shawnee Forest, Chicago,
Indianapolis,
right?
St. Louis. Maybe
I don't know if Chicago would be in my loop, but
no, it wouldn't mine either.
Yeah,
I don't like the feel of Kevlar on my skin.
Makes you break out.
It sure does, yeah.
But St. Louis is catching up. They're trying to pump them numbers up.
They sure are. Over 1,000 people were reached with this poll. About 100 of them voted, so a 10% return rate. And so, if you have any ideas, you're welcome to join us. You can call us if you want to. 842. What was it?
3715.
Thank you very much. I had a senior moment. Did you see that Bill?
I did this morning.
Did you really? What'd you do?
I had the day off yesterday.
Yeah.
Came back in and I'm going, I don't remember any of the numbers I'm supposed to know to put things in the computer. Thank goodness I had them written down.
Write down everything.
Thank goodness I had them written down.
I was saddened to see and hear of the death of Bill Buckner.
Yeah. First baseman. Played for the Cubs. Probably best known for his error.
That's it.
In the World Series.
Isn't it sad? Think about this for a second, Sheldon. 5 seconds of your life that would change everything from there forward. 5 seconds. Just because you didn't get down low enough to be able to get a ground ball in an important game, because Boston had not been had won the World Series. At that point, they hadn't won the World Series in like 100 years, right? 5 seconds completely changes your life, and you become this
pariah.
Yeah.
Yes!
You're right. That's the word.
The most hated man in Boston.
I mean, this is almost like, what was the kid in Chicago?
Bartman.
That reached over the wall?
Yeah.
Buckner to Boston was...
Bartman to Chicago.
Yes. Anyway, he passed away, and I remember him as a perennial 300 hitter with Chicago, the Cubs.
Great hitter. Always had 25, 30 home runs, 75, 80, 90 RBIs every year.
Story I'm reading
Very
right
consistent.
now. For a generation of Red Sox fans, Bill Buckner's name was a curse. It's part of the long history of men who are often invoked in moments of fury and agony, one that stretched as far back as Harry Frazee, and including Denny Galehouse, Johnny Pesky, Bucky Dent, Mike Torres, that officially added Buckner in the early hours of 1986. That was the 10th inning when that occurred. Mm-hmm. That ball went through his legs.
It was against the Mets, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
Okay.
Mookie Wilson's bat. And the ball went through Buckner's legs.
A little slow grounder.
Which he would have 99 out of 100 times collected.
Yeah.
But it found the 5-hole, as they say.
Isn't it ironic, though, that you find that a lot of the slow rollers will go through people's legs? If someone's hit sharp, there's just...
The most frightening part of being a goaltender is the little puck that
kind of bounces in, flaps in, flounders in. And...
So anyway, Bill Buckner. I thought he was very classy about the whole thing. I mean, he never made excuses. He took responsibility for the whole thing.
He did.
But he passed away, and that's sad. Saw some other interesting stories. I got murdered on social media for my commentary yesterday about Chicago and the people that had died. The final numbers are in. At least 39 people were shot, 7 fatally in Chicago over the Memorial Day weekend. So those numbers are even bigger than what I had reported on that commentary. Jeff Gordon, writing in the St. Louis Post-Dispatch, says, and here it is, there's no sugarcoating it. The Cardinals are a mediocre, middle-of-the-pack team.
Yeah. I think we all knew that coming in.
I
didn't think Goldschmidt was going to be the golden child and really
I thought they were going to
them-
be so much more. I really did. They sit at 500 2 months into the season. They've lost 7 consecutive series, 16 of the last 22 games. They haven't won back-to-back games since May.
Well, you look at it, I mean, last year they were mediocre.
Mm-hmm.
They added basically one person.
Right.
And, you know.
Here's what Jeff Gordon says. The Cardinals can't fire Mike Matheny and hitting coach John Mabry again.
Oh, that's pretty bad.
They took care of him once. Oh my.
Man.
Do you, when you were growing up, do you remember all of the stories about flying, unidentified flying objects? UFOs.
Oh, yeah.
And how, for whatever reason, you don't see those anymore. Why do you think that is? I mean, we have more technology now than we ever had.
Cloaking devices.
Yes.
I mean,
the aliens have mastered the art of cloaking. That's the reason why.
I'm just saying.
We probably have some kind of giant satellite defense system, kind of like your dog in the electric fence underground, you know? It's probably...
That's keeping them away?
Keeping them away.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Well, according to a report, the strange objects, one like a spinning top moving against the wind, appear almost daily and have, during the summer of 2014 and 15, were high in the skies over the East Coast. Navy pilots reported to their superiors that the objects had no visible engine or infrared exhaust plumes, but that they could reach 30,000 feet and hypersonic speeds.
Well, wasn't it just a few years ago they followed one from along I-70 going over toward Belleville?
Really?
Right? I think so.
Did it hoover?
Oh, I don't think it hoovered. I think it just kind
The
of...
biggest reason we don't see him now.
Yeah.
You want to know?
Tell me.
We're all doing this. We're not looking up.
We're looking at our phone and
Yeah.
looking at the sky.
Yeah, I mean, nobody's looking in the sky anymore.
Well, this is the first
Here we
story.
go. We're gonna make our millions here. We're gonna have the UFO or flying object app that we can find them.
Well, we got the one app that shows if you click on the app, it will show you what plane is flying over your head.
I've got it.
Well,
I'm sitting out in the middle of the forest, and a plane goes over my head. I'm talking about even a prop.
Yeah.
I hit this app, and it says, "This is a Cessna 345 going from Evansville to Alton, Illinois."
Right.
Anything that goes over the top of my 5-year-old grandson, just he lives on it. Yeah, that's going to Toronto.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to, and there's a lot of planes that follow 64.
There are. Yep.
And a lot of Chicago to New Orleans go right over Fairfield. Anyway, but I haven't seen any. Have you ever seen anything that you go, well, that's strange? The lights, objects. You both drink. You ever seen anything that you just can't explain?
No.
That's the
I don't
safe
think.
answer.
I think no.
That's the safe
I mean, you had
answer.
me when you wouldn't know if I'd ever seen anything strange, but
Oh, you've seen that.
oh yeah, around town daily. But
Well, I was happy to hear that you did nothing yesterday.
Well, I kind of did some things.
Really?
Yeah. Well, we went up to see the grandkids.
Right.
and then came back and I watched the documentary on.
Yes. But you didn't do anything
Robert
physical.
Johnson.
You didn't go out and work in the yard because you don't have a yard.
No. I
There's
thought
great
about it.
benefit to not having a yard.
I thought about it.
Doing what?
Well, I thought about going outside.
Okay, but you didn't.
No.
You stayed
It
inside.
was just too hot.
The World Health Organization has for the first time recognized burnout in its international classification of diseases, which is widely used as a benchmark for diagnosis and health insurers.
You mean I can use burnout?
Not with me.
Okay.
Do you buy that? Do you buy as a medical disorder?
So all I got to do is
burnout.
find me a doctor that says, yeah, you suffer from burnout, and I can bring a doctor's note to you, and I can get a few days off. Medical.
I like it. I like it.
I do too.
It's better to burn out than fade away, though, right?
Yes, you're right, Sheldon. Who was that? Who did that song? Better burn out. Okay, I'm getting the peanut gallery. Better to burn out than to fade away. I don't know. He's yelling. What do you say?
I don't know. I didn't hear it. What?
Neil Young. Neil Young.
Okay.
Very good. Thank you, Tom.
We all had our earmuffs on. We couldn't hear.
Yeah, that's true.
So, Sheldon, what's going on?
Because it's cold in here, unlike the
Oh,
other part of the building.
We've got a problem.
Yeah.
Houston, we have a problem. Half the station, the air conditioning isn't working. We happen to be on the side that it's working, which makes us very unpopular on the other side.
I was going to say, I wouldn't be bragging about that.
No.
I
I'm
wasn't
not
bragging about it.
You could have a lynching back here. Or,
I'm not.
Bottom line is because there's no air conditioning over there, they've turned the air conditioning over here way down.
Yeah. So that maybe we can blow some
Yeah.
some cold air over there. Sheldon, you are always incredibly busy. What's the latest on you? What are you doing?
Working, that's about it.
Don't get burned out, Sheldon.
I'm going to try not to.
Because that's a medical disorder,
It is.
you know.
It is. I'm going to have to see the doctor about that,
No road trips?
No, I'm not a big road tripper.
You just stick close.
Stick close.
You're a day tripper.
Beatles, 1964. And so you don't have
I
any...
take a couple day jaunts here than there, I mean, just...
Well, what's a jaunt considered to you?
Oh, some friends and I like to go down to Shawnee a couple times a year. We hit the trails and the service roads in our Jeeps and have a big time. You got to eat the floating restaurant, all that good stuff.
Got to go to E-Town and eat a floating restaurant. It's not open right now because the river's up so high. But,
yeah. And eat fish?
Eat fish.
The fish sandwich?
Yeah. It's good eating.
And get seasick because every time a big barge goes by, you're sitting there eating this.
We used to rent a place down on the Ohio River at E-Town. And, I mean, at night you'd watch the barges go back and forth, and it was a pretty interesting place to say the least. But we're not the, water sport. Are you?
No,
either.
Not a water bug.
Just can't do that. But you're telling me there's trails that you can take your Jeeps on down there off-road?
Well, it's a lot of the Forest Service roads, the forestry roads. I mean, they're licensed and they're insured, so if you're on a road that they deem permissible, you're okay.
And of course, the vehicle of choice is...
The Jeep.
A Jeep.
A Jeep.
Of course.
I wonder where you could get a Jeep in this town.
I don't know.
I mean, you'd think you'd be able to get one here locally.
You would.
Yeah.
You would. We can fix you up.
I bet you can.
My dad owned property down there for years, and I think he bought it off a family of hillbillies or something. It was pretty sketchy. But
Let me ask you for a second. Your dad never married his second cousin?
No.
Okay. All right, go ahead. I'm sorry.
And I think the family, he had bought ground kind of in the middle of their stuff, and they'd eventually sold out, but the government forced him to sell. It's part of the Shawnee National Forest.
Oh, no kidding.
Yep.
Okay.
Your property is now part of that?
Yes.
Son of a gun. So anyway, so Shawnee's one of the places you go.
Yeah.
You like going down.
Oh, I love going down to Shawnee.
We owned part of Hoopy Cat Mountain.
I've never heard of Hoopy Cat Mountain.
I have.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Where did they get that name?
I think the old guy that was kind of like Dad's caretaker. His dad's nickname was Hoopy Cat.
So
and he probably owned a majority of that mountain, so therefore it was his mountain, and it was Hoopy Cat
I
Mountain.
did not know your family owned part of that.
Yeah.
That's, wow.
I told somebody the other day when I was out in the cemetery tour, sweating my buns off.
Yeah.
In a Union. How they won that war, I'll never know in those uniforms.
Well, the other side had uniforms just like
Yeah.
that. They just didn't have as many people, I don't think.
No. But I was telling my 16-year-old co-actor, I asked her if she knew how they named West Frankfort. You want to take a shot at that?
It was west of Frankfurt.
Yeah.
Nope. Now you'd think
East Frankfurt was already taken?
No. For instance, like if you see, you remember New Berlin, which is outside of Springfield, changed their name during the war to New Berlin, so that they could put a line between them and the German.
Right.
Okay. And I always thought that Frankfurt, Germany, it was a group of Germans moved to Southern Illinois and decided to call it West Frankfurt because it's in the West.
Oh, it's spelled differently.
Okay, you're right. So here it is.
Okay.
There was a guy named Frank.
He had a fort.
You got it. Built the fort, and then they had a settlement west of it. West of Frank's Fort. It became West Frankfurt. Do you believe that?
Heck no.
Yes, it's true. It's true. I'm putting my reputation on that. Frank had a fort.
We're going to have to send a fact-finding mission down to see if we can find the original remnants of Frank's fort.
I don't know if I know where Frank's Fort is,
Hey,
but I know what's west
hey,
of it.
you
What's
know
west
what?
of it is West Frankfurt.
There's a new show on the History Channel. The Search for Frank's Fort.
Yeah.
I mean,
I can already tell it's going to have like an Oak Island vibe, though. I had to give up on that. So
Did you actually watch that?
yes.
Okay.
I had to give
You
up.
know what he watches?
And
He watches the woman that I actually stopped and watched that the other night. The pill popper or the what is she, the zit popper? What's her name?
Pimple Popper.
Have you ever seen that show?
No.
Don't.
I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not.
No.
It was gross.
We've kind of moved away from those shows now. Now it's My Lottery Dream Home. Have you seen that one?
No.
Oh man. So I'm sitting there. We were watching an episode yesterday morning.
Of the Lottery Dream Home?
Yeah, My Lottery Dream Home. And the guy's like, I'm out in Las Vegas today, and we've got this lady from California. She lived in a trailer park. And
Mercy.
now she won the lottery, and she wants to live in Las Vegas.
In a trailer?
No, not a trailer. She wants to buy a house in Las Vegas.
And she did.
Yeah. But it was, I was just.
Now, isn't it the guy that hosts that show? Didn't he like win the lottery too?
I don't know.
I've seen one of them that
I think he actually
probably did.
was a designer or something.
Oh.
Because I remember seeing him on some other shows.
I figured he was one that maybe won the lottery and then went through all his deal like Gladys, and then
but
he had to go back to work, and he's now
But
on
see, the thing is, she lived in a trailer park in California.
Right.
She only won like $700,000 in the lottery.
Mark, I got to
And
tell
she
you.
wants to move to Vegas.
I was watching I was forced against my will to watch one of my wife's shows where they go and they show people they have a couple, they want a house, their budget is X, and we're going to go see these 3 houses, and then we see which house they pick.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah.
Let me tell you something. This guy worked in, what's the name of the...
he painted pet rocks, I'm sure.
Yeah.
And
He's in California. He works at the tech thing, Simi Valley, or
okay.
you know what I mean? So he clearly has a top dollar job. But I'm telling you, they showed 3 houses that tops would have gone for $90,000 in Fairfield. Tops.
Yeah, and they're all going for
$995,000
man.
on property where you could barely see the ocean.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not on the beach.
Mm-hmm.
You can see the ocean if you go up to the roof.
And then if you take a big ladder up to the roof.
How do you buy $1 million house if you're working stiff?
Well, it's true.
I don't know.
All right.
So give us the questions.
Okay, you got trivia?
Nope.
Okay.
He's got it.
All
right.
40% of us do this when you expect visitors to your home.
Okay, that's one.
A quarter of us say we have based our decision on where to go on vacation on this.
Okay.
Over 1/3 of Americans do this in their spare time.
Oh, I've got a lot of ideas there.
Name 2 of the top 3 most recognizable smells.
Oh. We probably smell it around this station quite a bit.
Number 5, survey of 4,000 workers finds about 10% say they do this every hour while at work.
This could be actionable.
Yes, it could. A third of us say watching this puts us in a better mood. Kind of sappy. It's kind of sappy.
Well,
Number 1 food in people's dreams.
Oh, I have some dreams about food.
Number 8, over the course of a lifetime, the average person will have 200 of these.
It could be any one of a number of things.
Number 9, according to a new study, this can give you a boost in your mood that can last up to 2 weeks. Yeah. And about a third of couples say they started doing this more after they got married.
Where do you get these questions?
That one just cracks me up. and no, I didn't. I said about a third of couples say they started doing this more after they got married, not less. So it's not.
We can take that one off the table. Is what you're telling us. All right.
Carnaby girls have the bottom to fit your bottom. Slim Stations come in so many different fits and leg lengths, from Bermuda, skimmer, capri, crop to narrow full length. Basic shades or in trend colors available. They have sold hundreds of pairs. Jag is offering the girlfriend jean in denim or khaki. Roll them or wear them long. Slightly bigger leg than the Jaggins. Jag's white skinny jean, perfect for hot summer days. Make it a day of shopping. With Carnaby, they promote the personal service you deserve.
Fairfield Printing and Graphics and Sporting Goods is your one-stop shop. Mules apparel, full-colored banners, canvas, offset printing, screen printing, signs, promotional items, and more. Never go out of style with Fairfield Printing and Graphics, 5 Williamson Drive in Fairfield. Here's what's going on Friday, May the 31st. The Fairfield Kiwanis Club will have a cookout at the Save-A-Lot parking lot. It will start at 10 a.m. There will be pork burgers, Polish sausage, chicken breasts, ribeyes, and pork chop sandwiches. Proceeds will benefit the children of Wayne County. The Mount Airy Rotary Club will be hosting their monthly breakfast on Saturday, June the 1st. It's from 6 to 9 a.m. at the club building. The menu is biscuits and gravy, sausage patties, scrambled eggs, hash browns, pancakes, orange juice, and coffee. It's $6 for adults and $3 for children. And the Wayne County Livestock Association will have their second annual Beef, Goat, Sheep, and Swine Show on Saturday, June the 1st. It's at the Wayne County Fairgrounds. Grounds will open at 6 and the first show time is at 9 a.m. And the Sisney FFA will be selling pork burgers at the event.
Isn't it nice to have a charming local place? A place that's quaint and friendly?
Hi guys, welcome back.
A place that has essentials you need and a special shopping selection that is sure to impress.
Oh, look at this.
Ooh, those are so nice.
Oh, look at this one.
The Fairfield Chamber of Commerce invites you to shop local. In Fairfield, you're sure to find what you need. A small town with a big selection of restaurants and shopping. Love all your local merchants.
Hear that? That's the sweet sound of Minute Maid slushies at McDonald's, turning up your summer. Every sip, slurp, and brought to you by 3 refreshingly chill flavors like Blue Raspberry, Fruit Punch, and New Sweet Peach. Only at McDonald's and only for summer. At participating McDonald's for a limited time. Minute Maid is a trademark of the Coca-Cola Company.
Wabash General Hospital, along with Hamilton Memorial Hospital, Carmi Family Clinic, and Wabash Christian Therapy will be providing free sports physicals on Wednesday, May 29th from 2:30 to 5:30 at 1112 Oak Street in Carmi. This physical is good for sophomores, juniors, and seniors participating in sports for the 2019-2020 school year at Carmi White County High School and Norris City Omaha Enfield High School. Walk-ins are welcome. No appointments are necessary. Follow Wabash General Hospital on Facebook to stay informed about the great things happening at WGH.
Fairfield area forecast calling for sunshine today with a high of 90. Cloudy tonight, low 70. For tomorrow, 50% chance for showers, high 82. Scattered showers, 80 on Thursday. Friday, partly cloudy, high 80. And for Saturday, chance for showers with a high of 80. Overnight low was 69. Yesterday's high was 89. Currently, humidity at 82%. Winds from the south at 6 miles an hour. Pressure at 29.81. Sunshine right now and 75 here at the WFIW studios east of Fairfield. Radar weather looking very good this morning as well. Nothing showing up anywhere in the state of Illinois in terms of precipitation. All right.
Highly suggestive questions you have there.
Well,
where did you get this? You get this from like Hustler or something like that?
No. Just got them online.
Got them online.
They're easily found online.
Well, I bet they are. Yeah. Did they have pictures? I mean,
there were no pictures.
All right. Okay. All right. Okay. Well, let's keep it clean, gentlemen.
All right.
Go right ahead.
Number 1, 40% of us do this when expecting visitors to our home.
Sheldon, you want to take a shot?
Clean.
Well, I think it's in particular the bathroom. That's what my wife scrambles to do.
Well, it's something you do after you go to the bathroom. Light a candle.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You think that's because to knock the scent down or something?
Yeah, I think
that's what it is?
Mm-hmm. All right. Quarter of us say we have based our decision on where to go on vacation on this.
Sheldon, take a shot.
One of those food shows on TV, like Man vs. Food or something,
That's not bad.
These guys got the best ribs in the Midwest. Well, that's where we're going.
Truth of the matter, that's probably why a lot of people go to Memphis.
Yeah.
I'm going to say expense. I mean, how much it's going to cost in gas and stuff like that.
How it would look like on social media. Not what it looks like, but how your pictures would look like with you in them on social media.
Wow. I make this place look good.
Right. Number 3, over a third of Americans do this in their spare time.
Do this in their spare time.
Nap.
That's a good answer, but I don't get to do that. I would say it's exercise.
Work a second job.
Really?
Yep.
That's just wrong.
Mm-hmm. It is. And you know what that does? That provides burnout, Sheldon,
which
is a medical condition.
That's right.
Well, see, we can get rid of this burnout because I'm going to say right now that I'm going to guess that the leading cause is work.
Yeah.
You're sure? Absolutely, you're right.
We can end burnout today.
All right.
Go home.
All right. Name 2 of the top 3 most recognizable smells.
Bacon.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah. Although that's not it.
Well,
2 of the most of 3.
Yeah.
Of the most recognizable smells. I'm going to say maybe. When I say natural gas, I'm not talking about real
methane?
like methane. I'm talking about
flatulence.
No, I wouldn't say that. I'm going to say the kind of you smell that they put in with natural gas so that you can smell it. How's that sound? Any of those?
No.
No.
Top 3 are peanut butter, roses, coffee.
I can buy coffee.
I could too.
But I don't know.
I don't know about the other 2.
Well, you smell
I've never
roses.
walked into a room like, that's peanut butter.
Yeah.
You had to put it right under my nose. Yeah. What? Well, you smell flowers all day, right?
He could probably sniff out the difference between a wild onion and a rose where I could.
Now, onions, there's something that I know the smell of.
All right. Okay. Survey of 4,000 workers finds about 10% do this every hour while at work.
Check social media.
Yeah, that's...
Nope. Usually involves a phone call.
Call home? Call wife?
Yeah.
Really?
Yep.
What a waste of time.
Yeah. Third of
I
people.
don't. Oh, wait a minute. Not that I wouldn't call my wife that was a waste of time. I would never do that. Oh, Christy, help me.
All right.
Well, maybe it helps with burnout.
Well, that's true.
Sure does.
Third of people say watching this puts us in a better mood.
I know what it does for me.
Yeah.
Watching my dogs.
Nope. That's not it.
Really?
Usually happens in the evening after you get off work.
Sunsets.
Sunsets. There you go.
I had the hint, though. You didn't have the hint.
You know what? You're really a big romantic, aren't you, you big slug?
I lucky guess. I really figured it was those like internet videos, like the puppies or.
Number one food in people's dreams.
The number one food in people's dreams.
Yep.
I have to tell you, the only thing that I ever think about is steak.
Bacon. Again, we'll go with bacon.
Only if they have chocolate on them.
Chocolate?
Yeah.
That's the number one dream in people's minds?
Well, it must have been a survey of a lot of women.
Maybe.
All right. Over the course of a lifetime, the average person will have 200 of these.
Mini strokes.
Nope.
No.
Mike is just getting over one.
I'm just getting over one.
Yeah. Last week you were getting over one after standing in the rain.
A cold.
Oh.
Ah.
Okay.
All right.
Well, it wasn't really a cold. I had bronchitis.
Very quickly, according to a new survey, this can give you a boost in your mood that can last up to 2 days. It hasn't happened very lately with the Cardinals.
Winning.
Yeah. When your favorite team wins a big game.
No kidding.
Yeah.
I tell you what, I was pretty depressed. I watched the Blues last night. They didn't help me.
No. Their first period was real good.
Yeah, everything went
And
downhill
number 10,
from there.
about a third of couples say they start doing this more after they got married.
Eat.
Fight.
Nope.
No.
Neither one? Eat or fight? Either one?
Nope.
They'd start. Hold on. Don't. We got a few seconds, right?
Does it involve sunsets?
It does not. It does not.
What is it?
Saving money.
Son of a gun. So that they
Then
might.
you have kids and that goes out the window.
That's right. You would save money so you might buy a new vehicle downtown. Sheldon Bunning, thank you for being a part
You're
of
welcome.
this show.
Thanks for having me.
We love having you.
Now you know where all the trivia questions go. They just kind of.
Well, I just watched you put them in the round file, so I know what I thought about those.
Yes.
Thank you very much. We'll talk to you tomorrow on Morning Coffee.
The proud voice of the Fairfield Mules and the leader in southeastern Illinois sports. This is WFIW FM Fairfield, Illinois, 104.9.
Time now for the news, brought to you by Boyd Furniture and Mattress Center in downtown Wayne City. See pictures and prices at boydfern.com or follow them on Facebook.
Fox News, I'm Chris Foster. There's a lot of tornado damage in Indiana and Ohio from storms that moved through overnight. Dayton, Ohio Fire Chief Jeffrey Payne.
We have yet to find one fatality, and we have had 3 minor injuries. I find that